You all killed Salacia.
All right, recording now. I mean, per my character, I don't really know what's going on.
Got the answers to a bishop identified, unless he just
No, that's going ahead
got
from
up.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have that. We ready to start? Or
Rob, let me know when you're ready on your end.
Oh, we're already recording. We're recording, dog.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so previously you all were able to confront and stop the warlock Slatia from whatever schemes and plans she had in the ocean. Upon her death, you were able to retrieve the rod, but her and every other Sahuagin were their bodies disappeared into nothingness, leaving only the scraps of clothing and weapons behind. And the last thing you saw on them was red rings formed around their wrists and ankles. The only information you have about what they were planning is related to the one word the sharp-bodied abomination repeated over and over again, Ukatoa. 3 earrings has taken the rod and handed off your share of the spoils, and is prepping to drop you off in Port Damali along with Kajori, who was severely wounded during the excursion. Before sunrise and the arrival in the port city, Jin had asked Bishop to meet her in her chambers, or in a secluded area on the boat, because there is no chambers on this boat.
and then he successfully identified the book that carries and identifies back tattoo that shows off. Tell you that it has draconic or dwarvish enchantments. Not getting like all the enchantments, but they just seem like really rare runes that are like multiple runes stacked on top of each other. And he'll tell you that it seems very similar to he'll sketch it in his book and tell you that it seems very similar to something he might have seen before. In he he did study he says it was study words. He studied in a place called Uther. That's where he learned to enchant things and work with a certain material called residuum, which is what powers a lot of his stuff. And he thinks he's seen something similar to that in Uther.
Didn't seem kind of like as if she's juggling all this new information in her head. And there seems to be a lot more information, like a lot more like math going on behind her eyes than the simple words of that she said. But she thank you for his access. Right? Thank you. Jots down all the notes very quickly. Like, all right, so the goal is
Is it camera on?
he said, let's see just
No, but it is recording.
Draconic or dwarvish. Not really sure.
probably dwarvish, but
But
definitely
there are like multiple runes stacked on top of each other, so it could be like a mixture of different. Also, when you turn around,
I'll let them know
Bishop
when
is
you're naked,
fully.
okay?
Just so we're gonna do this or what?
Why?
I'm gonna be like, guys, she's new.
I'm joking. I'm joking. No.
Checking.
He's sketching in his. When you turn around, he's sketching in his book, and then he's like, yeah, he's just sketching.
Should be fine, right?
Taking
I'm nervous. There's your card.
I might have follow-up questions later, but I appreciate your help with this path.
No problem. Anytime. I said this is here for the use.
You said you were sketching the symbol for jealousy that you remember slightly?
from him before. Yeah, that's what I.
Take a look at it. First, like, I can definitely see that where I might be slightly more fast.
Sorry, I can't really hear you very well. So
But Jen says, yeah, I can definitely see that I think I might be slightly average. That's still not hear me.
it's a,
I know you're talking. I just can't understand what you're
yeah,
saying.
it's a little
He said
jumbled.
he sees the similarities, but it's not quite as elaborate.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Was anybody else doing anything on the boat at the night?
Rainer. I think.
So did you get front of
So I've given my dagger, the boomerang the knife to the dagger ring to Mog. Okay, I gave it to Mog, and I go, hey, you juggle pretty good. How would you like to juggle things that you can't ever drop? I mean, you could drop it, but it'll just come back. Ooh. So he hands Mog the dagger ring, and does say the tiefling with all the gadgets. He's the one who made this. Get him to make like 1,000 more. Like, we're gonna just rain knives.
It does look like just a normal dagger, but on the hilt, like right where like the handle meets like the hilt, it's got like a green, sort of like a gem, and it looks like some like mechanism connecting like the gem to like the hand, just like wrapped around.
I swear to God,
Just slap technology on top.
I almost thought you were gonna say the green recycle sign symbol.
Yeah. But Justin, that does take a 2-minute slot.
So, I've removed that from my inventory and have replaced it. And I go, you know what? It's gonna be all right because I got this here whacking stick called Crow the Bar. And it's a steel crowbar. It's just a metal crowbar. That's it. Crowbar. Crow the bar, the crowbar. And he's wielding it wildly. He's swinging it around wildly everywhere. So yeah, that's all. And that's what's up. Rainer is using a club, what is considered a mace melee weapon. So he has bludgeoning damage now. I'm going a little bit of the Freeman route. All right, that's all that's new with Rainer.
Can Bishop find someone on the crew for Tin Ring? And he's trying to ask about getting a firearm. You've seen them use pistols. He's asking around if there is like an extra pistol.
On the boat?
Yeah. Or rifle or pistol or something.
You want to look around the boat for a pistol?
Or any firearms that we might have that I can.
You're able to talk to Boer and tie hiding. They don't really have any firearms. It's only the captain who seems to have one. You would have to talk to her and convince her if she had a spare one.
I'll go ask her. I'll go to her chambers and see Maud probably sitting outside.
I was gonna say, as you approach the door, you see Maud kind of leaned up against the door, kind of relaxing in one of the open spots, sleeping or playing with his new dagger.
Yeah, he's like sleeping in front of the door, but in a little more like I guess leaning against the door to see. And then he's just in wakes up really easily, and he's looking at strength and all this stuff. And he says hello, Rick.
Hello, did you need to talk to the captain as well? Taking a bit of a cat nap. Sorry, was that racist?
Cats literally nap.
Right, outside the captain's door. Well, I need to have a conversation with her, and maybe I'll warm her up for you. You can come in after me. Are you trying to have a bit of a nightcap with her?
He looks disgusted when you say that, and he says, "Hey, go ahead."
Fair enough. I'll walk in, try and talk to the captain.
Is it nighttime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, the door is unlocked when you knock on it. The captain is still awake, and you hear her say, please come in.
Yes, Captain. Hi. Hello. I know we've been, don't know you very well, but maybe not well enough to ask for a favor, but I wanted to know if I could pick your brain about your choice of weapon. I'm very, I'm very interested in arming myself with a firearm. Crew told me you'd be the person to talk to on the ship. If there's a spare handgun lying around, you'd be the one to have one.
We don't really have spares, but she takes out from her waistcoat a pistol and lays it on the table. It takes out from her sides two small palm pistols, lay them on the table. These are the only three that we have on the ship. I may be willing to let one of these go since she has been quite helpful in funding our recent issue with this treasure report.
I would be exceedingly grateful, not only for combat purposes, but I'm a bit of as a tinkerer myself, I'm a bit of a fan of the inventor of these. The mechanics of these are very, very interesting.
Okay. She looks over her guns and she takes up one of the palm pistols and says, "This one has seen better days, but it's still of good use. I'll let you have this one for 15.
A reasonable request, thank you. And I'm sure I can do my tinkering and make sure that it is up to snuff.
If you need ammo, Fort Damali sells it pretty cheap for how rare these things are."
He's about to wave her off with that, and then just goes, yes, these do take ammunition. I will think about that. Now, does it come with any ammo? Do you have at least one?
She looks through her desk drawer and takes out a small bag, takes out another bag and counts over 5 almost ball bearing looking things and hands them over to you.
Scared.
Thank you.
5 shots. This one isn't as fancy as some of the other guns that are out there. Firearms. This is requires a reload after every shot. But it's still one shot in a pitch.
Understood. Understood. Look, thank you very much. I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you anymore. Been exceedingly helpful. I'm pretty sure my other feline friend had some business with you as well. You'll open the door.
Standing outside the door is Rainer.
Oh God. Raider standing outside the door.
Is that okay?
It's Halloween music in the background.
Like Mog's already inside, and then Rain
Yeah.
door. That's awesome.
Yeah. He just opens the door. Yes, my good feline friend. Oh God.
Hello.
All right. He'll just.
I wasn't. Listening in on you. I'm not one of those guys.
All right. Well, good to know. And I'll just screw past him and fly up to the crow's nest for a bunch of tinkling. What are we doing for the rest of the trip?
Okay. Rainer wanders off.
Oh God, I have a fan. No.
Mog is gonna act like he's not in Reader's room and try to just be act like climb all over his right expression, but that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to just see if he can get away from being in her room.
Like you're just trying to like hang out with 3 earrings and not do anything.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Rainer, he goes, walks in and goes, so, this is where the magic happens, huh? And by magic, I don't actually mean magic. I know that you guys don't have magic. Well, you might. Actually, is there any magic in here? I better...
Probably magic.
Mog prestidigitizes a foul odor right under Raider's nose.
Okay, Rainer sneezes and goes, yeah, I definitely feel like there's some magic in here. I'm getting, my allergies are flaring. All right, I gotta go. And he walks out. Again. I wonder if Rainer's actually allergic to magic. Like he gets sniffles when he's in a high energy area.
I suspect he has a nocebo, but I'd have to diagnose that.
Whoa, your audio sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It sounds like a new person.
Been tinkering with it the whole time.
God damn. I feel like you're here now.
So Bishop can add a palm pistol to his item.
Okay.
I imagine you know that because one of your characters was a gunslinger, but just in case.
How far
Yeah, I know.
how far are we from Damali? I had a friend named Damali who she was really awesome.
By sunrise, you'll be landing in the. Well, you'll be approaching the docks. So Mog tries to stay in the room. The captain just continues looking at her map the entire time. Mog,
Mog,
you
you
leave the room.
you need to get her, make her, what does she want as a gift? You got to give her something, man.
No, this is what Mog wants. Yeah, he wants to just be next to her. He's gonna try to do that.
Cats love shiny trinkets.
Cats, I mean, they also will, kind of just want to be around people who like your kind of cat. So that's what he's trying to do.
My cat hates me.
It's just chilling. Well, see, yeah, you're not a cat
time. She focuses mainly on the planning for the trip from Port Tamale to Darko, and trying to figure out how much supply she's going to need. So do you stay there and sleep on the floor in her room, or do you go back out to the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the floor, like, if there's like a chair, you know, roll that chair back.
There's only one chair, and she's sitting at it.
And then the floor, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, was there more than one chair? Let's see. Oh, there's a whole table in there. Here, I will just move this over here. Mog is asleep in this chair. Bishop is up in the crow's nest with Delia. Everybody else is kind of wandering around.
Yeah, there's a lot of tinkling up there, just banging and clanging.
Delia
Ooh.
only needed 4 hours of rest, so he's fine.
Uh,
Yeah, you got that.
Rainer's trying to get someone to play a game of cards with him. Nah. No one wants to play with me. He's gonna go up top and smoke.
Actually, what's legitimately funny is Jin is fully proficient in playing cards.
Why won't you play with me?
Ask her.
I sent out an invitation. Did you not get the invitation? Did you not get my letter?
In universe, how did you do it? Really curious here.
Okay, I'm walking back down the stairs. I'm walking back down the stairs. I'm gonna confront you.
So I'm half asleep in a hammock with like buried in my notes and like study work. And then I just see Rainer's face peer over me.
No, yeah. I'm standing over the side of your bed, and I'm looking down, and I'm standing. You don't know how long I've been there. I've been there for a long time. And when you look over, I say, "Did you get that thing I sent you? Did you get
No.
that thing I sent you?"
I'm not currently wearing my armor, Rainer. Can you give me at least 6 feet of distance?
I'm
And
gonna
then
send
talk about
it.
Whatever it is you're upset about.
I'm building a box.
That's really nice, Rainer. Do you need my help?
How tall are you?
About 4'5".
Thanks. And I walk away.
My charger was actually doing somatic components underneath the paperwork in case Rainer tried to attack her. Just for flavor context.
I'm making everyone a box.
Good to know.
Okay. What's happening?
Okay. Night passes. The sun begins to rise on the horizon. Begin to see the outlines of the coastline. As you continue forward, a shimmering spire breaks the horizon as the wave chaser moves closer to Port Damali. The city and ocean is alive with the movement of merchant vessels and fishing ships. The sky abuzz with flying ships moving around within trade routes. Boerth raises a flag of cerulean bronze, and the ship moves forward towards one of the open docks of the city of Port Damali.
Been being fully dressed now in her armor, groggily wiping the sleep from her eyes, will comment on the city's pretty beautiful.
As everybody comes to and the ship nears closer to one of the docks, Three Earrings yells out, "Welcome to the Larboard Light. The Jarkle and Dilly, see to it that Kajori stays in bed for at least a few nights, and that he doesn't gamble all of his coin again."
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll watch over him.
Feels less
That's
useful.
objective.
Don't you worry, Captain. I'll watch over Kilimanjaro. You got it.
Okay, so you are now docked, and the gangplank is lowered down as the ship makes for prep work at the larboard lights of the harbor. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Of Port de Mon. Kajori is being carefully walked down the gangplank with the Jarkle and Dilly's help. They seem to be making a beeline to a port authority guy who is looking to look over the logbook and verify Wave Chaser and what their requests are for resupply. You all are welcome to disembark and join, or stay in the ship for some reason.
I think Raynor's had enough of the ship for a while, and he disembarks.
Yeah, definitely these ones still sort of close.
I can't hear you at all, Justin.
Shit, not at all.
Oh, it's better now. You just got to be close to your microphone.
Oh,
You sound like Slender Man's behind you.
I thought it was I thought my mic was on my earbud. In any case, Bog wants to get off the ship because he's been there for a while, and it's always been there. He hates it. He wants to stretch his legs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting city. It looks nice. Lots of shiny things. Is it really crowded? Is there a lot of people?
There are a lot of people in just the larboard lights district alone. The smell of fish and salt water and earth and spices from all of these merchant vessels dropping off their supplies and disembarking with items from the Menagerie Coast to take back to other locations in Wildemount and Tal'Dorei and Marquette.
Would Rayner? I don't know if I would know of some seedy areas in this town. Should I roll on that, or would I have
roll history.
All right. Rayner's kind of like a cockroach. He's gonna look for like the darkest corner. Decent history. 13.
Okay.
Not great, not bad.
You know that there's two places you might be able to meet the underbelly.
Yeah.
The larboard lights, where you're at right now, because whether the ship, the cargo is black market or legit, there's always going to be some sort of seedy involvement in this location. And then the tumble downs is the high density population slums.
All right, I should probably check in with my handlers. Let's see. What was the first one?
The larboard lights. It's the harbor area right now.
Okay, and then the slums is probably is there and I'm going to ask, is there a reputation of the clasp at one of these? Would my character be aware of?
You would be aware that the myriad is more involved in the light area.
Mhm.
The clasp has got a foothold within the company.
Okay, so that's probably where I'm going to head. I'm supposed to check in.
Okay.
Oh, is it way across? I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. I let I would walk over to the group, I guess, and go.
Going to actually upload a map real quick that I meant to do earlier.
Okay, I walk over to the group and go, uh, hey, I know this is not maybe the best time to bring this up, but you see this tattoo around my neck? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I've got some people that they take care of me, and they need to know that I'm here. So I need to go and check in and present myself per the stipulations. And yeah, so I got to go to the
You are on probation. Yes.
what?
You are on probation.
Uh, I'm more. Yeah, I they did something for me, and uh I have to report in. So yeah, it's life. It's how the things go. I was
Would you like one of us to come with you?
ah.
I don't.
It's not where you want to go. You don't want to. It's not. It's probably not what you're used to. It's pretty.
I have my own business to attend to, but if you need assistance, I can try to be there. Otherwise, if you're willing to strip off your armor, I can magically, I can give you some mage armor for the trip.
Is this really the time?
My character pauses for a moment. It's like, okay, when I was asking you to strip,
It's mostly
I meant
pants.
strip
It's
off.
mostly pants. I'm just saying. I'm not wearing anything underneath.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
how much money you got
dark
on you?
vision.
I mean, if
My
you want,
character
if
just gives you and Bishop like 300 feet of dark vision, and then just
huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Taking
I mean, if,
unnecessary rocks just kind of shut that.
I'll say, right, Raina, my friend, if you
I'm just
stay
saying I
safe.
don't normally do it in front of crowds. That's all.
Stay safe. Jen, I actually did want to head with you. I want to do some research, and I feel like your professor, your contact, might know some of the more a good place to do research in this place. An educated sort, yes.
well, yes, but I was going to him due to his specialty in dwarven history, especially
That
obscure.
I'm not trying to get involved in that conversation at all. Whatever business you have with him is your own. I just want recommendation of a library.
That is fair. I have to find him first, but if you wish to tag along with me, I don't think he'll be upset about it.
And find some shops for you too. Find some shops. Find some bubbles. Yes, for Mog. Uh, Raina, here, and I'll take a flat stone, and I'll take I have like that gem infusion mechanic thing that I take it off like a piece of my arm, slap it on this stone, and say, here, call in when you need any coordinates. And you have a sending stone.
Uh,
That's badass.
nice. Yeah, that is cool.
I shared out handout the Molly map. The crew would have told you about the different locations beforehand. The Larboard Light is the harbor district. Where you're at right now, a lot of there's a few inns there for lower cost inns, mainly for merchants and for the sailors. The golden building on the far side is actually the Capitol building, where the Marquis lives. The Gilded Escalante is, I believe that was where the rich people live and where the Skyport is. The fancier artisans, the auction house, all the nicer area is where the is in the Gilded Escalante. The Crescent is more affluent houses, but mainly for guild families and the well-connected nobles. The beaded alley is where all the merchants and smiths and vendors live. and then the tumble downs is the cramped, high density housing for the lower class.
Okay. Rainer.
Seems subtle.
Rainer. I rolled a 18 on my stealth. So Rainer, I wanted. He puts his hood up and he kind of goes. I'll see you folks later. I'll be right back. And he heads off.
Call in if it's important. Need us.
Yeah, I've got a messenger stone,
Sending stone.
sending stone.
It's basically a cell phone. Just call us and send us.
I go. I tap it. I go. Roger, Roger. And then.
And you used its one use for the day.
Oh no. Really? Is that true?
No.
Okay. Okay. I was like, well, he's fucked. That'd be great. Okay, so I'm gonna head east.
Oh shit, he's right. Yeah, they only have one use.
Yeah. Okay. So I use it right then, and I go, and I give you a little like, and I walk away, and I kind of disappear into a crowd, and you're like, oh.
Start rubbing my temples.
You go, ooh.
Like human dogs.
So I'm heading east along the coastline on that strip, from the Larboard Light, heading east and then north along the coast, heading directly into the Tumble Downs.
So you're gonna walk along the wall of the road.
Yeah, it's kind of like the what's that famous strip on the beach in fucking California, in Los Angeles.
Venice Beach.
Yeah. It's like Venice. It's like Venice Walk. And as you go further, you start seeing the tents show, just like real life. And that's where I'm headed.
Okay. To make it over there, it's going to take you a while.
I mean, I've got, what is it, like midday?
Yeah, I mean it's morning. It's like maybe 9 a.m.
All right,
when you actually got docked and off the boat.
it looks like about 3 hours walk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2 or 3 hour walk.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Especially if you're being stealthy and kind of blending.
Yeah, it's casual stealth. But, he's just avoiding standing out as much as possible. He's got his hood on. He's kind of slumping a little bit.
Okay, while he makes his way to the other side of Fort Tamale, what is everybody else doing? Mom going with the group, or Mom going with Rainer, or
Yeah, Bob was not been by himself in a long time. Maybe he's got the group, so he's like kind of very around with next time. Sure, what he wants to. I think he might look for Bard College. If he goes around to this large city, yeah, I think like if it was to get late, like next time he's separated from his dad, like is a plan. So I guess I don't know how he's gonna go about doing that. Look for any performances or look for service people or something or look for bars.
okay. I would say if you were asking about bars, they would all point. Everybody would point you to the deeded alley. Talking about how bars set up stalls just like the vendors, and there's music. So if you're wanting to make money, assuming that's what you're doing, is what you're thinking, that just go over there,
Yeah.
find an empty spot, and
Right, okay. There's a spot.
perform to your heart's content.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I go do that. Get those
Roll for busking.
Well, he has to make it over there too, and it's
What's
going
the
to take
ISO around here?
it's going to take probably about 2 hours to get over there. Fort Tamale is big.
so we know specifically where we're meeting him then. All
Well,
right.
the archivist told you to go to the archive.
Okay. I know he was with the Cobalt Soul, but I didn't know that meant. I didn't know they had franchises like me.
Can you tell me that?
No. This is out of character. In character, my character would know that. I hope.
We also had
All right.
Cobalt.
Cobalt. Blue.
Okay.
Okay, with a C.
I didn't know if we were about to start hanging out with a bunch of little guys.
These guys.
On the way there, though, Jin will mention upon Rainer's departure, if we're just walking along next to each other. You know, I am a woman of faith, but I do not know if people like Rainer exist because the prime deities are benevolent, or if the betrayer deities have a sense of humor.
Right. Rain is a bit off. Yes, I understand. He's in my research, I found that the gods get bored, and feel that the world needs a bit of color. So, add people like I feel like our lives are much more colorful having him, rather him on our side than on the side of the whatever enemy that may be.
I am not sure Rainer's capable of the moral choice to pick a side. What's the old phrase? I don't think he's fit mentally.
Oh, I don't. Get you. Build up enough moral, get kicked out of the city, and don't do what you need. Get get your arm cut off. That's what morals get you. Also, trust me, morals will over.
Like my character kind of gives you like the stink eye as you're like decrying morality, but isn't saying anything. Just kind of like really, with a gesture towards her religious symbol around her neck.
He'll look at you, saying really as he gestures to his arm that's cut off.
Good exposition. You can say it.
Character will retort. Well, I can understand that doing the right thing isn't always easy and doesn't always pay off. But we don't do the right thing because it's easy. It rarely is. But you do it because it helps your fellow mortals. It makes the world a better place, even if it's by a tiny little inch.
Pretty sure there's a printing press running. We'll make nice T-shirts out of those as well. Screen pressing.
I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment or not.
I think he's actually being serious.
Like,
All right.
that's why my character's conflicted. On one hand, that could be read as patronizing. On the other hand, that could be read as genuine, and she's not sure
And
which one you are.
And that's just how Bishop likes it. All right.
All right, off to the professor then.
Of course.
Okay, since your all's trip would take the least amount of time, because you're just going to the Gilded Esplanade?
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 Yeah.
It's like a promenade, an esplanade.
After talking to the Port Authority, he would have pointed you towards the Gilded Esplanade, near the auction house in the Skyport. There's a library set up on the outside. And upon arrival,
Oh yeah, it is like promenade, but it's like you got big ways for like cars and stuff. Big roadways. Large boulevards.
this will probably be obvious to Bishop, but my character gets the excited nerd look face, like we're going to Dragon Con kind of excitement, but is trying to repress it and be professional about saying hi.
Oh, Bishop is right there with you. He's fanboying out too. He's the artificer in the library. He's happy.
Yeah, this it may look small from the outside, but this building has a lot of shelving, a lot of books. This is a very nice old library.
Was there a branch of Cobalt Soul in Wildemount? Is there?
Yes.
Okay. So he would know.
I think it's directly from Infinite, Fort Somali, to the Dash. Fast forward.
I think there has to be. Yeah, there has to be. Then he knows about the Cobalt Soul. He'll follow Jin's lead. He knows about it.
Well, let me double check out the professor's name. Oh man, that's a lot of Discord messages to go through.
His name was Toadell Silverbeard.
Tuli Silverbeard?
Bill Silverbeard.
Pardon me, Professor Tilu Silverbeard, right?
Yes.
Hi, we've been exchanging messages through letters. I'm Jen Ironshield.
What a pleasure to finally see you. Sorry, I had assumed the island would have been like a perfect vacation. I don't take them too often. And it's
Sorry it wasn't. I was there, volunteering to help out, since I know some accidents happen when teenagers recklessly hunt sharks. I don't think any of us saw that coming with the island. My character proceeds. It's like my character gestures to like a nearby empty chair. Is it alright if I sit down?
yes. So, if I remember correctly, you wanted to talk about a book?
Yes.
Excuse me, Jen. Before you get in on this, I don't actually want to stick around for your book. It actually seems like some private view of this book seemed like private business. I'd like to step off and let you do this.
If you have business.
What's Bishop wearing?
Exactly what's in his character arc.
Okay, that's it. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, Toadell's gonna look at you for a second, and smile politely, and, yes, if you want to wander around, there's a lot of open, locations for research, but if you want something specific from one of our, more protective archives, one of the other archivists should be up on desk to do so.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if the information I need is restricted or not, but I'll ask one of the attendants and leave you all to your business. Thank you.
Okay.
And he'll
Pardon the interruption. He's part of a party I've been traveling with ever since the island collapsed.
No worries.
My
aesthetic is a little interesting.
Yes, he does do a lot of tinkering. I'm afraid that's not really my field of knowledge, so you would have to ask him about it. As for the book, my character will proceed to hand over the ancient dwarven spellbook to Silverbeard.
Okay.
I know only a little bit based on what the local historians told me, but it's a bit of a mystery as to the specifics of what Dwarven Planet originates from. I also know the Dwarvish dialect used in the book is weird, and they insisted that I find a professional expert. Hence why I turned to you.
Okay. Let's see what we have. It's going to carefully set the book onto a cloth that's on the table. Turn on a few candles with prestidigitation, I think. I'm going to that one.
They can.
Yeah, he's gonna raise light using prestidigitation and pull out some almost like a jeweler's goggles or different lenses or zoom. And he's gonna kind of go over the outside of the book carefully, looking at all the inscriptions, the embellishments of the leather, the embroidering on the outside, the clasp being used to hold it closed. He's going to go through carefully with each page and kind of flip through the book itself. Spends probably about an hour in silence just going through this book. Unless you ask questions like that.
I'm mostly waiting till he's done for like specifics as to like origin and whatnot, which is why I'm really here. But I will ask him minor questions. It's like, you know, like how old does he think the book might actually be? You know, and then like halfway through, maybe something along the lines of any specific details you can glean regarding its origins so far.
He kind of mumbles, the age is hard to say. It's really old. Some of these inks, if they're what I think they are, have not been used in centuries. The inscriptions on these sections are, some of these are in modern languages. Some of this looks like they're in Halfling and Elvish. I'm guessing these are your editions.
Yes, I don't. I'm afraid I don't speak or write Dwarvish. I've never been taught the language myself. Probably much to his horror. Character speculation.
Little concerned, yeah, but he also is aware of your Dr. Ferret, so he's accepting but concerned that people he's corresponded with didn't teach you your heritage at the same time.
I would like to learn Dwarvish, though. It's part of the reason I am on this quest, to learn more about where I come from.
I believe we could possibly find some study tools to kind of help you get started. It'll take a long time to learn properly, but
Yeah, I'm afraid the only Dwarvish... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
I was going to say it never hurts to start.
Yeah, I'm afraid at the moment the only Dwarvish phrase I know, I proceed to say, like, the Dwarvish equivalent of Donde está el baño in, like, the thickest Elvish accent.
Very useful phrase.
I'm afraid that's all we have right now.
Alright. So, after he's finished looking over the book, he says, I have seen similar to this recently, within the past 60 years or so. I have to go through my research notes to know for sure. But it's kind of hard to say what these runes are specifically. I was researching so many things in the past few decades. It could be some form of an encoded message using these arcane runes with a little bit of magic and a proper incantation unlocking a lost secret. It may be some old form of a curse to mask the original form of this book. It might even just be a set of runes that act like a cult of Twilight Phoenix were big in the Cerros Mountains, and some of those were former dwarves or Duergar who came up to the surface.
And you mentioned a possible key. There is additional information I have for you, but it's not something I'm super comfortable sharing because I don't know what it means and I don't like dealing in a lot of unknowns. She'll proceed to slide him a piece of paper with an artistic rendering of the tattoo on her back. It's like, does this symbol mean anything to you at all?
This I have never seen anything like this. This is beautiful in its design. This looks like it could almost be like a archaic version of the runes as their sources for draconic and dwarvish text back when it was more curved and flowing in form. And the way they're stacked, it's almost like it's a charm or some sort of a protection spell. Where have you seen this?
I'm not sure if I was born with it per se, but I was found with it. I've just had it my entire life. It's on my back, but obviously I can't just take off my shirt in public.
Now that would be very questionable behavior.
I hope you understand.
For the church? No.
Well, for a library.
Oh, right. No. I've done worse in life.
I have never seen anything like this. He begins to start kind of sketching it on a loose piece of paper, but I can look into some of the older documents, see if it might date something back to pre-Calamity and before the Divergence.
I do appreciate any lead you have. This mark on my back and this book are the only things my biological family left me, and the fact no one knows anything about these other than like educated guesses and possibilities is always bothering me. I feel like there has to be more to this mystery.
I would say if you wanted to cast a wider net, see if you can find some form of contact either in Uthador or some of the dwarvish families who have settled up there after a lot of the conflicts in the world, and maybe even
Are Dwendalian people dwarven?
Wildemount people are human.
Okay.
I mean, it's a mixture of races.
Okay.
King Gwendol is human, and most of the subjects of the Dwendalian Empire are. Uthadorn's kind of like this barrier place in between, and really leads itself to either side.
Cool.
He kind of goes on there's a lot of elves and dwarves who make their home up there. One of the
Be right back.
something similar to this. The other option, if there's anybody still living out there, the ruins of Draconia may have some dragonborn nobles who could indicate that this is more of the draconic style ruins as opposed to dwarvish proto-ruins.
I appreciate your input. I think you might be right about Sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally talk over you. What was it?
After you said appreciate your information, they're in two opposite directions. It's going to be a very wide net.
I think I'll prioritize Uthadorn because that's an actual. I feel like there's more of a chance there. I mean, if I don't find anything there, then I can hit the other place.
Let me ask a real quick question. Did all of us split up?
Yes.
Shit.
I mean, we didn't are in the same building.
You all split the party most spectacularly.
Whoops.
Yeah, I was trying to give. That was the reason I gave Rainer the sinking stone.
Did not even cross my mind. This was we completely split the party. Well, yeah, it's a town. We just arrived. We have business. We can each do our thing. But whoops. Holy shit. That's true.
The second Raiders, that was the sinking stone thing. Was me as a player going, "Holy crap, we're splitting the party really bad."
Whoosh! Right over Rainer's head and Rob's.
Onto Jen's and Silverbeard's conversation.
Oh god.
After they wrap things up there, Jen will let Silverbeard continue borrowing the book if he wishes while she is in the building, but will request the book back before she leaves. And
He's going to say, I love that idea. I will be at this desk if you wish to go find your friend.
yeah, and then Jen will just hang out next to Bishop the rest of the time. Not necessarily talking unless being talked to, but just kind of smiling because she finally has proper leads.
Bishop, what are you doing inside the library?
Bishop initially wanted to do research on not wow, now I'm a little nerd. He wanted to do research on Ukatoa,
Okay.
and as he was asked, this is just what I thought of, but I'm assuming like as he's talking, as he was like trying to get information, more and more people started looking at his arm and asking about like like the magic about his hand because it doesn't move like a prosthetic. It actually moves like a normal hand, like he can't like fidget with a prosthetic like you think, with this
Yeah.
like it almost feels like he has like full control, like mental control and nervous control of his arm. So the more people ask about it inside the Cobalt Soul, the more he just like starts telling people about engineering and stuff. And by the time Jen gets done with her conversation and is trying to meet up with him, he just has like a full on lecture, just an impromptu lecture with the new like Cobalt Soul members just crowded around him taking notes just on engineering and Magitech stuff.
Jen, being the massive nerd she is, will join the audience like just like an Assassin's Creed character, just kind of merges on in.
Yeah. He's going off about residuum and the practical applications, not just for in spell casting and ingredients, but like using that to like save spells of like regeneration and using that to using that to substitute limbs instead of foster like cellular regeneration, but like how far could we push this when we're without like dipping into necromancy? How like I don't want to like prolong people's lives. Yeah, he goes on and on. He's babbling and babbling and yeah. Eventually he'll ask about like after like so many minutes he'll finally ask somebody about like Ukatoa.
I'll be honest, Jen has a question after that rant. When you mentioned like the necromancy implications, the thought didn't even occur to Jen originally. So she'll pipe up with, horrific ethical implications aside, what would happen if you were to install these prosthetics into an undead?
There is a I don't think that it would matter.
That seemed like a waste of prosthetic.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, yeah, the bishop was. I don't think that it would matter. I don't think that it would count. This does hook up to. There is an implant that is going towards my like attached to a call in a part of my nervous system is hooked up to this. The the magical parts of it are what makes me not have to like plug it up to my brain. But if you did this to a zombie, I don't think it would.
You would just sew a zombie. You would just sew another body part onto a zombie.
Yes, yes, but a lich. Now, someone of intelligence, of someone being kept alive with necrotic necromancy, necromancy means if they trying to figure out a way to put this.
I would love if your thought, this thought,
Intelligence was high enough, they would get some benefit. They could still use it. Of course, at that point, this wouldn't be prolonging their lives. They'd already be a lich, so they wouldn't really need this to prolong their lives.
I would love if that innocent question is what leads you down a curiosity tunnel into lichdom.
Oh, he is. You'll see, like from the rant that he goes on, he is aware of the implications of like the undead and what could happen with that. And you think that he has made steps toward like that's already been thought of. Someone might have thought of. I'm not the first one to think about this kind of stuff. There's someone else that might be doing this, and he is not on board.
Yeah, I feel
That is not practical. He's not fucking on board.
your character, more than any, would consider the philosophical implications of giving life to inanimate objects like a machine. If a dead body is no longer alive, it is an inanimate object. It is not. It's a thing. So how is that any different than giving life to a machine, philosophically speaking?
Because they change. Because it's different from giving life to something that has never had life, and that is different from giving uh, necromancy, which is someone prolonging their life, someone advancing their life
Okay.
from dark modes.
Okay. Could you apply Theseus's ship to a machine in the same way that you do with a body, to the point where you're like, where does the body start and where does the person end?
Yeah,
Where does the machine start? When do you become a machine?
yes, at the big ranch in the room, just like yes, you take a broom and then you replace the hand, and then later on you replace the brush. And you do that over and over again. How long? Well, it is the same broom.
What happens when that broom says, "Who am I?"
Yeah.
Jin raises her hand like a first-year student and goes, ooh, 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 ship the Theseus, ship the Theseus.
Yeah. At that point, he realizes it's a lecture, and he's like, "Wait, no, I came here for a reason. Does anybody want to help me with some research?
Oh my god.
Is anybody in the crowd help me find some stuff about Utoa?
Roll random name.
Yeah, Jin will help.
Roll persuasion with advantage and see if anybody else other than Jin knows.
Okay.
Get yourself an intern.
Hey. Hey. 18 plus. Oh, 19.
19. Okay. Yeah. Two of the archivists kind of stay behind while the rest return to their work. With lots of philosophical collaboration in that process. Not a fan of necromancy because that is looked down upon in general, but understands the entire discussion of what.
You get from my speech was very like anti-necromancy. He is not on. He understands how someone could do that. He is not on board with necromancy at all.
They were aware, that's why they weren't upset. I told them how to go before, but you did manage to get two people to stay behind, so you both get advantages on your search for information.
Whoops.
I'll tell them about. I'll tell them those researchers about Ukatoa, the Civil again, and all of that stuff, and then try and search through the tomes.
Alright,
What check
roll
is that?
investigation.
Investigation.
You are looking for
Hey, DM. This
I little guidance bishop.
Okay.
So add a d4 to whatever check you rolled.
We got two
this is a small request, but could you show all the players to all the players on Roll20 so that I can? I'm just like forgetting people's names left and right.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
16. You said investigation, right?
Did you add your d4?
Yep.
Ouch.
2 12s and 1 11.
And what was tell me what that was.
Mine was just an 18.
Just 18? Okay. Players. There's so many of them. Okay. That's everyone. Cool. Everyone's visible to everybody minus
Wait, on roll 20?
Okay.
yeah, roll 20.
Yeah, I literally kept forgetting Bishop's name.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Okay, great.
Alright, so
You gave my little Eldritch Canada thing. Oh, well, no, if you gave my Canada thing, Anita's snake needs one, and
oh, it does.
what's the other one? The
The ferret.
Rainer's ferret. He needs one as well.
I plan on making one for Rainer's Fair, but there's a little
Okay.
thing.
Well, my thing will never be in combat, so that's it'll never. It's not. Yeah, whatever. You know.
Well, it can't be. I think I know what you're doing the entire time, but I don't want to say it out loud.
It's purely a utilitarian slash role playing object. It's not
I
a
suspect it's a channeled focus for your mage hand.
no.
Or yes. It is fun. It's a great thing. I love Rob's character. I love everybody's character.
We-
I love Rob's character.
I love Rob's character very much.
Alright.
What
So,
what's Mog and Rainer doing? What's Mog up to? I didn't hear very well.
this is a good breaking point in the library group. Let's go see what Mog is doing. Can Mog talk?
Hey.
Or we can go let's see what Mog is
Yeah.
doing. Okay.
I mean, hell yeah. Yeah, we're talking. I mean, he went down to, I mean, what was that part? The beaded alley?
Yeah, the beaded alley.
He went down there to see what was up. What does he see? I mean, there's a bunch, there were guards and shop.
Okay.
There were guards that were working out of booths and stuff.
In, once you've entered the beaded alley, what you see is rows and rows of vendor stalls and tents and shops. All of the doors to the shops have simple curtains for now, closing up and separating it out from the outside world while shops are open. Between each roadway is hanging lines with beads and flags hanging down, giving the area its name, the Beaded Alley. You see bars set up in different locations around the area, playing music, telling stories, doing performances, and basically trying to make a little extra cash to spend at either shops here or for a room for the night. You see some a small booth with a simple clockwork automaton, and you see someone from your. No, you don't see him. You rolled a really good sneak. While you are staring in amazement at everything in the beaded alley, you are lifted up off the ground into a bear hug as a blonde human yells out, "Mog, it's great to see you again. Where's your brother? Where's your family? I haven't seen you in years. I know this is the first didn't go very well, but I was hoping that second adventure I hope you worked out well. Did you go on it yet? I was hoping to kind of catch up with you in Wildemount, and in between kind of shakes and tussles and all the words being streamed at your head, you recognize this to be Silas, the once beggar who you helped out and then offered you chances of adventure.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Silence. Yeah.
Apa, bisa ya?
Yeah. I did imagine this guy would be very large.
Huh?
Bisa ya?
Yeah. Hey, big girl, you done?
Like,
Not done?
He
oh,
is.
awesome.
Yeah.
You want to play?
Yeah. Well, I guess he's just like it's I am
Also in D&D,
solo.
can we do game night?
It's solo mission. Family is they're good. They're good. Long is solo
Here,
these
let's
days.
wipe you off.
Solo.
How are you?
I
Give it over.
am perplexed by some issues I've been noticing out in this area. It's kind of why I'm in Port Damali, but I am so happy to see you and glad to see that you are finally making your way out on adventure. Thanks to the coin you offered me and the kindness of your family, I was able to kind of set up that supply chain,
Oh yeah, that's cool.
and it has been amazing boon.
Are you clean her?
But there's been some stress. But forget that. What brings you to town?
Not. Oh, you're doing your game. Yeah, like that. Very gentle. Very gentle.
And
God,
now,
he dropped out. He dropped out.
which is perfect because I was about to say, what's the matter? Cat got your tongue.
Oh my god.
And
Yeah, you start your head started turning into a bunch of pixels and stuff. Oh,
wash your hands after eating.
it's just the internet. So he was saying that he was that help had given him a great way to do his business, but he was having some other sort of problem.
Yeah. And then he was like, well, don't worry about that right now. Just tell me, what brings you to town? What are you up to these days?
Wash your hands. Real fast.
And I well, but I am
Here you go.
like
Oh, I found it. Good.
like
Here, wash your hands.
I killed yes, I killed some fish.
Yeah, there you go.
Good
There
stuff.
you go, good girl.
And I played it. No, I'm
For
glad.
washing your hands.
Okay.
Survive if you wash your hands.
So you were part about the group with the Sahuagin, basically.
But you wash your hands and got rid of them.
Went down
Beat the
water.
germs.
Underwater?
Yes, yes.
Or did you hit water? Well, it's
Where is yours?
Oh, that guy looks like David Bowie.
well, I've been kind of in charge of getting all of the supplies for most of these shops on this strip from the different cities. I'm-
All your store.
In a way, yes. Most of these people would have issues if it wasn't for the caravans that I'm. But we've been having issues recently because something's going on in the mountains that has caused the kobolds to come down and start invading the goblin territory. It's been little mini wars, delaying or taking some of our shipments.
You know,
honestly, that sounds a lot better than hiring some. At least I know you, and always better to help out friends than strangers. Although strangers are good to help out too.
Did he drop out again?
Somebody dropped out.
It's me.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
There you go.
There he goes.
Goddamn. You don't hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. He's talking to the dude. He says I'll help you, but can you help me get a half breastplate? That's what he wants.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can pull some strings to get that set up for you. I mean, with the resolving of this issue with the kobolds and the goblins, you would be helping me save thousands of merchants' livelihoods, plus my very own, and lives too.
Small prices.
It's not whether you can make it or do it, it's whether you're willing to try it. You just have to be able to try it.
What? Mog and Frank are that. Can y'all hear me?
No,
Mog and something.
I heard Mog help. Goddamn.
I'm trying so hard. I didn't know. I can't tell when I have better reception. I don't know. I'm driving, but
We just assume it's your character's speaking manner.
yeah, he's just having a hard time. But yeah, that's what he wants. Oh yeah, he was just saying that it would be good practice for him as well.
Okay.
Mog help goddamn.
And also good practice to kill.
Alright. He pats Mog on the shoulders, looks up at the sun, and says, I didn't realize how late in the day it is already. I am going to check in with some of these merchants that had their recent shipment come through, and I can meet you and your friends in the Mermaid's Hold in the Larboard Light.
Ron gasps when he says that. And then he's like, mermaid's home.
It was good to see you again, and I look forward to discussing everything about this issue as well as just everything in general. I'm hearing underwater and the fights you've had up to this point.
Yes. We will talk about it all. Can't wait.
Okay. He slaps you on the back and begins running off and turns around and says, remember, the Mermaid's Hold Larboard Lights District.
It was a mermaid's home.
It's
Mog laughs in character.
It's the mermaid hole. Whatever you thought it was, it's the mermaid.
I like to think that Mog also thought what you thought just now.
Yeah, that's what I thought everyone laughed about because Mog like was like, what? You know, it's serious.
I mean, it's a inn in a district full of sailors and traveling merchants. It's going to have a bit of a double entendre to the name. It just wasn't as explicit as what you were thinking.
Innuendo, innuendo.
Alright, if Mog wants to look around the shops, there's a few different types of apothecaries, smithies, general goods stores, food stalls. There's a bunch of different bars doing different instruments, playing music. Some tumbling routines and juggling routines if you want to try to do some busking as well and make some coin. Or you can try to find the scattered party, and or search around
Trying to find what?
the people who have all decided to go in different locations.
Oh, the
Yeah.
party.
Or you can kind of just
No,
talk to people.
I guess, yeah. If he's trying to meet that guy later, then I guess if he's got time, he will go to where people are doing performances and stuff like that, and just start jamming with people kind of sorts. Yeah, maybe
Alright,
like a
I'm going to guess you don't have dice readily available. So who do you want to roll for you for a performance check?
I can roll a which one to go. Get this fucking map out of the way. It's bad. My performance.
Okay.
Hell yeah, 22.
Bard do bard things.
Alright, the performance seems like an exercise in jazz, riffing off everybody else around you, trying to make a cohesive sound for the people walking by. You manage to get some decent tips with your performance. You get 5 copper coins, 4 silver coins, and 10 gold coins.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
You lucked out a lot on that one.
Yeah, sweet. They like it. They like what I'm doing.
For busking, you get 10 gold, man. You out here.
He set up right near the nicer area,
Okay.
and they buy everything. Alright, while you spend more time playing instruments, let's go see what Rod is doing.
Alright, Rainer heads up the coast. And as he approaches closer and closer to the tumble downs, he feels the brand on the back of his neck, the spiral, begin to burn a little bit hotter as he gets closer to his contact. And as he gets closer and closer and deeper into the tumble downs, he begins to feel a burning. He looks around, and he feels like this might be the spot. Someone around this area is his contact and who he's supposed to talk to. Should I roll?
Yeah, roll a perception.
Alright, I rolled a 5 on perception. So I'm standing around, and it's a crowded area, and I don't like crowds. This is not what I was. There's too many people here. I'm starting to get nervous. I rolled 16 on my insight, so I think everything is looking all right. I don't see anything right now, but there's too many people. It's burning. My neck is burning.
You feel a tug at your sleeve as a young human runs up to you and looks up and says, "Are you lost, mister?"
I look down. I go. I'm gonna look at this kid and see if I can see anything, any scarring, any kind of branding on him. It's gonna be a 6. I just go, You, are you with the clasp?
Young child.
I've trafficked enough of you. I know your type. Come on.
Oh fuck!
Alright, she looks up at you and says, I don't know what you mean, mister.
Go. I go, fuck off. And I kick at her.
What were you carrying on you?
Very little, to be real honest. Let's see. I did have some gold on me. Let's see here. I had 2 gold on me.
No, at the end of the last game, for doing the job for the captain, we got like 500 gold, and each of us got
100? Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had 102 gold on me.
Yeah, I didn't. I used the other time that happened. I took your gold to like keep it safe, but I didn't. I didn't do it.
Oh, did you keep it?
No, no, not with this. Have that.
All right, so I add 102 gold. I had 102 gold on me. I kick at the street urchin, and I go,
Roll, I'm gonna roll a die, do high or low.
I'm gonna do low.
Okay. So the urchin darts away towards a small shed and walks in and closes the door. Roll a perception check.
Rolling shit all night. Here's 16 though.
16. You immediately reach for your gold pouch so that it's still there.
It's still there.
As you reach for Chance to tell him about this weird encounter, you can't find Chance.
Ah, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna murder that little urchin. Okay, and then I immediately pull out my crowbar and I begin shoving people out of my way, heading towards the shack. And as I approach the shack door, I literally take the crowbar and slam it against the top of the door and use a telekinetic shove to blast the door back off of its hinges to get my ferret back.
Okay.
What? So I used a telekinetic shove, which is an...
Okay, as you pry open and use the telekinetic shove to push the door back, it flies off the hinges. It wasn't a very low floor anyway, being in the neighborhood it's in. It lands with a thud on the floor, blowing up dust along its edges.
Do I see the little girl?
You do. She stands on the other side of the shed in the shadows.
Okay, I telekinetically shove her to come towards me.
Okay.
Um,
You pull a little girl closer to you.
and she flies through the air towards me, and I grab her in midair.
In the doorway right now, or did you walk step inside of this?
I'm in the doorway. I'm standing outside of the doorway.
Alright, make a constitution check.
Sure. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay. You feel a bolt slammed into your arm from the side, from the angle to the side in the shadowy corner. And you feel a poison course into your veins, but you're able to withstand the poison and you just kind of shrug it off. You hear a voice coming from the shadows, and the voice says in a very quiet, feminine voice. Is that really how one stays hidden?
Is the girl in my hands?
Yeah, the little girl's in your hands.
All right. I take the
Preston, I'm getting some echo.
I take the ferret from her hands, and then I just drop her and turn to the voice, and the ferret slithers in. It doesn't stand up or walk. It just moves under my shirt and into my sleeve as I turn.
I was told you were a weird one.
I'm here. Oh, I'm gonna assume that you're with the clasp. You all have the best introductions. This hurts, and I pull out the bolt.
Wasn't
How much damage does that deal?
it dealt 5 damage.
Okay.
Was not expecting you to be here today, or for you to bust open the door for one of our safe houses.
Well, neither was I, but here I am. I'm here, and you own me, right? So let's do this. What do I need to do? The whole time I'm talking, I'm rubbing at the back of my neck, and I'm like, is this always necessary?
Only when you don't follow protocol.
I'm here. I don't know what you want more than that.
You kind of took one of our young ones.
That was yours?
She is one of ours, yes.
Expendable. I mean, what? Oh,
Urchins everywhere.
I get that. All right.
Great for information too, because nobody pays any mind to children.
You got me there. I mean, that's how you got me, right? Well,
They found you.
yeah, that's okay. So I'm here. I'm ready to do my. I'm here for my purpose. Who would you have? What would you have me do?
I'm a bit concerned you first said who.
Well.
We are not.
I'd rather not traffic anymore. I prefer to, my position. As long as it's to dissolve the trust, I'll do anything. But I understand that there's plenty of business in humans and other species. I'd rather avoid that. I'm more particular to. I don't want to deal with any more kids. I'm tired of kids. Just people. Kill people. I'll do that.
Well, there is a shipment that'll be coming through one of the smaller docks in the next few days that the Myriad is protecting. We don't wish to procure the items, but them not having these items would be a great benefit.
The Myriad. You got any leads on the trust? I mean, that's who I'm here for. That's why I exist. Give me something to kill.
This shipment you'll want to help with.
Fine. I'm at your service. Okay. Sorry, I just get worked up and I get in crowds, and there was she took my ferret and my buddy, my only friend. I mean, I can't. He don't want you. All right, let's just. Well, she missed.
I mean, who carries a ferret with them like that?
I let that go.
She's going to look at you for a second, kind of confused, and then exhausted, and then she's going to pick up the door and next time, just look more closely for the sign.
For what?
For the sign.
Is there literally a sign of the spiral?
No, for the class, there's a small indentation on the door that looks like the image I just posted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Lindell, wrong one.
It's fine. No, it's good. I shrug and I'm like, noted. Let me. Who do I need to kill?
Preferably nobody.
What was the shipment about?
There is cargo coming in that is going to be going through a dark dock, one of the more secluded ones on the edges of the larger line.
And what am I staking? What's the mark?
Mark is the ocean is crest.
You want me to sink it?
If you can, sure. We just want to make sure that the cargo on that ship does not make it into myriad protection into its final destination.
Is it human cargo?
Among other.
All right. Anything valuable?
Oh, tons. You get a finder's fee for the items. The people, you can go free or join us, and doesn't matter. But since the cargo does seem to have eyes in the Empire on it, it may be attached to the people who are seeking you and who you wish to destroy.
So, kill everyone on the boat. If it doesn't matter. Got it. All right. Any particular items? Any particular items? What do you tr- What is the specific thing that you were trying to keep from moving?
It's more of the who's.
Okay. All right. I can deal with that. Any descriptions?
It's a very nonchalant. I just remembered the word last time.
I'm putting you on the spot. I know this.
I had it written down. It's the it's not a cavalier. It's the caravel. Caravel ship. Is that right?
Okay, but I mean, like, any description of the humanoids?
Oh, the humanoids.
Of who you're trying to keep from moving?
Yes. There is a young human girl, dark hair and dark skin. Probably should, if she hasn't been scarred and mentally scarred and is able to speak, she will have a Marquesian accent. And there is a gnomish child as well.
Do you want them to be brought into the fold, into the clasp, or do you want them to be...
Much like you, that is up to them.
All right.
Chosen a path of vengeance from the sound of it, so you're not fully with us, but you're at least on our side.
Well, I've got this brand on my neck. I mean, I'm not... We're useful to each other. Let's just put it that way. All right. Peace. And I walk out. I think I got what I need.
You hear a heavy sigh as she tries to put the door back on the hinges.
Yeah, so, okay. Here's what I got. the Caravel. Shipment of the by the myriad coming in a few days at the small black dock, right?
The Ocean's Crest is the name of the boat.
The Ocean's Crest. What is the Caravel?
The Caravel is a type of ship, if I remember.
Okay, it's a Caravel it's a Caravel ship called the Ocean's Crest.
Maybe we'll make sure I use the right word.
No, that's good. No, that is right.
Okay.
Uh,
Caravel ship. Yeah, I gotta write this down.
Caravel
the
ship.
type of ship is the Ocean's Crest.
Caravel ship, Ocean's Crest. 2 humans on board. Kill or assimilate. Got it. Did I miss anything? DM?
For Rainer's logic and
I
things.
think I missed some things. Wow, I love this character so much.
You didn't stop to ask what her name was, and
Who, the person? The
Yeah.
contact?
yeah, the contact.
She wouldn't have told me anyways. Wouldn't have been a real name.
But at least you saw what she looked like.
Yeah. Contact is Drow. Target to arrive in few days' time at dock. What was the dock's name?
It was part of the docks towards
is it the easternmost dock? The most kind of remote dock?
yeah, the most remote dock, one with smaller boats attached to it.
Easternmost dock. Sink ship. Got it. All right.
I love the chaotic energy in this. And
I don't know if you're even talking to you as my contact. I don't know if I hate you or if I'm working with you.
I don't know if you hate them or working with them either. I mean, I know.
Either.
I know who you hate in general.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like being a useful tool. Like, you know you're being used, but you also want to be used. Okay.
Sometimes you gotta pay extra for that.
You are fucking sick. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, so Rainer Rainer speaks into his messenger stone, sender stone. He goes, "This is Team Bravo. I have acquired mission control. Met with mission control. Over." I know it doesn't work. Rainer doesn't, but Rainer says, "Meet me at the docks," and heads over to the docks, but no one hears him because he doesn't know how things work.
This is so painful.
This is great. This is the best.
Alright, so now we go back to the library. Is D&D Beyond working again so I can actually get to that information? Yes, it is. Great. This has been perfect because I couldn't get access to D&D Beyond.
I was literally about to kill that child too, by the way.
No, that's why I made sure that there was somebody in that room.
Thank you.
I was hoping you would fail the Constitution roll so you would wake up unconscious and bound in that room.
I didn't want to do it, but I would have done it. Okay.
God, you're insane.
I'm chaotic neutral. I'll say that.
Are you?
I mean,
The old
yeah.
mutual debate.
Like, I let her go. I didn't hurt her once I got the thing I wanted, but if she hadn't given it to me, yeah,
Ellie, where are you? Ellie,
Sick.
Okay.
Yeah.
To bring it back to a happier topic,
this
let's
is
go
the
back
last
to the
one, then
library and
we're
learn
gonna
about
leave, okay?
cult.
Yeah.
Right? What did Jen and Bishop the Jen and Bishop study corner with friends?
Yeah, because frankly, that age between 16 strangers.
You both hit the books pretty hard with your helpers, and Todil comes around every now and then with some drinks and other research material that he's been able to pull back from other locations. And you're not able to find a whole lot on Ukatoa themselves.
Sure.
You find information that the cloaked serpent had made a creature that was worshipped by many of the Tinao, the indigenous people of the islands in the Mountain Coast, and that something happened that has trapped that creature under the City Ocean as the worshippers of the cloaked serpent rose up and saw this as an affront to the prime deity of their group. And the only thing that kind of hints that this information might be associated is that the same amber eye that was on Tribution is shown repeatedly in his book.
Glowing yellow eye. No name, but same symbol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now these Kuotoa worshippers aren't big on verbal diversity, it seems.
It seems I'm not getting any information about a power source that they're using, so.
I shudder at the thought, but do you think they could be drawing it directly from their gods, similar to like a warlock or warlock patronage, or as a cleric a cleric of some sort, although of a very powerful degree? Just speculation.
It would have to be something very powerful. Well, actually, I was gonna say something,
Can you help her
powerful.
potty?
Yeah.
Warlock patron. That's I'm just thinking island.
Hey
Yes,
guys, are you
island.
done? Hey, wait.
All that stuff. Yes. Well, in any case, there's nothing about a power source. Let's see if I find research. I'm ready to get drunk. I'll find the others.
Wait, Flex back?
Yeah.
I don't know where they are, and we haven't heard from Rainer. I think we can just meet back up where the rest of the pirate crew is staying. So that's which hotel were they staying at again? Or in?
Wait, no, it's not the mermaid. Not the mermaid tomb, is it? Oh, the crew's staying at the mermaid tomb too. Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think people heard me when I said it because I was breaking up each. I didn't stop.
Okay. I. Okay. Yeah. 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 Well, then it's the. Yes, the mermaid. The
Well,
mermaid's vagina. Yes.
my character goes red. It's like, what? No, it's the mermaid's hole, like a cave hole, not like that.
What? Mermaid's hole. That's what I said.
Totally told you as in strong
Yeah. Exactly.
the embrace.
Nothing. Okay, the embrace might be a little perverted when you consider the.
talking about, Jin?
Um,
Get your head out of the gutter. You're a woman of faith. All right,
What?
let's head out. And I move towards, and I just head towards the door.
My character
so
stutters at that setup. Like she was not prepared for that. But she will pay for the books that Silverbeard recommended on learning basic Dwarvish. I don't know how much gold that costs.
yeah,
And pick back up her book from Silverbeard and ask if he learned anything new while she was busy.
Uh, uh, Jin, Jin, if you're trying to take lessons on Dwarvish, I can help you out. I studied in Uthodurn for a long time. I know all there is. I had to, I know many Dwarvish dialects. If you need some classes, I can help.
the book is a loan from the library because it's a. But if you'd like to purchase it, it would be like 30 gold. They would prefer you just to bring it back unharmed.
Well, Jin doesn't have 30 gold at the moment, and she doesn't know when she'll be back. But after
I'll,
hearing Bishop's offer, she'll be like, I'll leave it with you guys for now. I'll see where Bishop's offer goes. And then she'll excitedly, like, kind of almost like hop to Bishop, but trying to hide how excited she is. She's like, "You will teach me Dwarvish? Is that
yeah,
okay with you? I mean, I'm sure it'll cost you a lot of your time."
not at all. Just, I'll school. I can do that offhandedly while I'm doing my tinkering. Just stand around and I'll give you lessons. Common, Dwarvish, and Infernal. Yeah, those are the languages I speak.
I
Yeah,
am
yeah, I give you some dwarves too. I'll show you lessons.
I am interested in learning Dwarvish specifically. The only phrase I know is "Donde está el baño?" And I'll restate that to Bishop in the thickest Elvish accent that
Are
we can speak
are we
without losing.
canonically saying that Dwarvish is Spanish?
I think that's the DM's call.
Uh, I want to say gross approximation because this seems interesting to me now.
I'm totally down with it. Like it sounds great.
Yes, now the most important phrase you're gonna need to learn is not about the bibliotecas and all that. You need to please repeat after me. Chinga tu madre.
My character will like quietly whisper that back. He's like, "Yeah, let's." But yeah, we need to set aside
Like
time to learn Dwarvish.
like all of the people I work with who are one of the South America team in my office, all of them try to teach me Spanish. I will start with all of the dirty words.
I only know South Korean cuss
Words
words.
gang bang.
Yeah.
All right,
I
so
can I? You know what? I'm not gonna roll insight. I'm just going to assume Jin is very trusting of Bishop at this specific moment.
He no he is actually not trying to like place your like joke. He's just like come out and just say like, okay, yeah, so this means fuck your mother. This means shit. This is
What?
all yes, all and he goes into great detail about like how curse
can you
words are
conjugate these
like
curse words?
yeah, how curse words are a great way to know like the difference between different dialects. Like you can clear if anyone from like another country hears like a Mexican, there are like so many curse words that if you hear them, there's like, oh, that is some Mexico shit. That is
Hey,
specific to that
I
shit.
would I would love to think that the more you describe this, as you keep going further, Jin gets increasingly uncomfortable. Like
Yeah,
well,
yeah. And
I'm
I
halfway.
relate those curse words back to like so yeah, the same way that shit, you say it this way in a certain
Okay,
dialect here,
Jin
that
stops you
relates
halfway
to
through.
bathroom
It's
to
like, look. I wish to learn Dwarvish for scholarly purposes.
mhm,
I don't think this repertoire of insults will come in handy. I'm trying to
yeah, dude.
trace ancestry.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I'll say have you talked to I promise you, however crass it may seem, I've talked to dwarves. I've studied with the dwarves. This is how the dwarves taught me. This yeah, yeah, I learned this in school in
I,
Uthodurn.
I'll
They love the dwarves there. They love their curses. This is how they start off like to get the inflection right. There's a lot of
Jimmy told me they like getting drunk at the bar at like odd hours of the day.
Dwarves?
Jin is very culturally isolated from any other dwarf.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You poor summer's child.
Yeah. I'll pattern it in the nicest way. I'll start going into stuff about like dwarven culture and dwarven
Where you got
different dialects.
where are you guys heading back to?
The end.
The mermaid's hole.
Yeah, because
Before you leave the library, Bill is the bishop, because he hasn't got to actually talk to you about your armor.
say that again.
Talil, the
Right.
is going to stop and talk to you because he hasn't asked you about your arm yet, and he's going to approach you with little jeweler's lenses and say, "Do you mind if I take a look at the stones?"
Yes, absolutely. No problem. No problem. Feel free to set your practices eyes. And the stone. There's like one in the hand and one on like a leather shirt. No, for like the main jewelry
Mom,
stores.
can you turn off the
He looks at each one and
Yes,
sort of,
baby.
mumbles a few things in dwarf, especially fascinating the clarity of these
Good night, Ellie.
charts. And then he looks up to you and says,
Oh, screen off.
"The process to refine this is painstaking. I mean, this type of clarity is not even heard of in light. How did you find a way of removing all these imperfections that you
사랑해요.
who made these? Where did you
You're looking at the inventor. Process I've made myself. Whatever time frame you think you've got infusing these spells into these shards. I assume you know about the situation. Yes. I've gotten the process down to about an hour. Yes. It's pay.
So,
It is a lot. It's a lot. I will say, but
so you are
it's a
moving
lot.
the imperfections from the residuum shards through your own creativity.
Mom?
Yes. My focus as I studied it was my enchanting, basically pumping powerful spells into and mending them as I go along. It's a lot. It's a lot.
This is very fascinating work, and the stones are quite extraordinary. I
I don't
researched them because they're attached to some
I don't I don't know. Jen, this is a friend of yours, yes?
Sort of. My father is a mutual acquaintance of ours, and my father recommended him as the foremost expert in dwarfish history. I came to him for personal matters.
I will take one of the shards that I've been working with,
If my
but
dad trusts him, I trust him.
out of the bag, not out of the not any of the ones that use like infusions. I'll
Yeah.
take one of those 20 gold pieces,
Okay.
and I will take that shard and say, this is one of the shards I've been working with. I've pumped more spells into it. I've been slowly starting to refine the process, and here, he can research, he can study that. But give this to you. Pass the word that Bishop Hale is a friend of the covenants.
Oh, that is no trouble at all, and I can return this to you pretty soon with no issues. I just wanted to kind of run this through some of our test environments.
With that,
Understand that.
if that's the case, I'll take a like 2 pages out of my wrist notebook and give that to you. There's some notes about my refining process. There's some stuff missing. There's some stuff missing from that. I wanted to keep some of the details a little bit vague so that I have a pattern for you guys. But yeah, it's all yours, and I'll yeah, I'll give him that. So down to 4 shards.
And wanted to test the lock idea, but I'm afraid that if it's wrong, that it would destroy this book. So if you can figure
Yeah.
out a way of massively inputting magic into this book without like a massively explosive spell.
I've been studying abjuration magic. It seems like the mark in question reacts very positively to abjuration spells. Like I can't see it, but I feel its warmth. But I can test that later.
Okay.
Okay.
Um.
And then you all can come in.
I want Mog to go first, but I do want Rainer to head back to the boat and speak with Three Earring at some point.
That's gonna be hard because
Well,
they've
why
already
don't you
left.
change outfits?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
She dropped the crew off. The crew is here, and she and like someone else left to go to Pirate Island, and she's gonna come back in 30
I
minutes.
see. I see. I thought she had moored. Okay, never mind.
He left the Jarkle, Bilyu, and Kajoy.
All right, never mind. Never mind. I'm still heading to the docks, but I'm probably going to. Rainer's going to look for lodging by the docks. An inn, perhaps a mermaid's hole.
There are several inns. There's the Fish Bucket, the Mermaid's Hope, the Lantern Keep.
Uh, for the sake of party coherency, I think I'm gonna roll a dice and say that it went to mermaid's hole, since everyone else seems to be going there.
I mean, it would have been the one you would have been thought of. Hey, that sounds familiar.
Oh. Well, okay, so I head there. I don't know if I'm going to meet with the party. I think the rest of the party is heading there as well, right?
Yeah. Different rates. You were from 3 hours away, 3 hours back. With maybe 20 minutes of searching and being shot at.
Right. No, I'm just going to say that I'm going to arrive there late afternoon as it gets dark, and whatever scene we gets to that point at the mermaid's hole, that's where I'll arrive.
Okay. Mog would be coming from the beach now. You would have been there probably for a few hours plus that.
Yeah, ma.
So, probably about 6 hours to get there and back. So he would probably be arriving shortly before,
Because I'm recording.
probably an hour or two
I'll be
before
more
sunset.
closer.
Maybe not. 9 plus 6 is 15. That's 3 o'clock. Never mind. Let me get at 3 o'clock when he gets back. If he heads straight back to the dock right now.
Yeah, it's okay.
Bishop and Jin, they only had an hour trip. They studied for an hour, and then they came back, I'm guessing. Or did they already go anywhere else?
Hey, Ellie, I'm here. Shh, good cha-cha, love you.
Yeah, Jen would like to take time to, like get the room set up and settled in a bit. Though, now like everyone keeps saying mermaid hole despite it being cold, and now she can't stop saying mermaid hole and is embarrassed that like she catches herself not saying it correctly. Doesn't want to admit it.
Yes, sounds good.
Corruption, corruption, corruption.
I mean, oh,
Okay. As you arrive there, you see Bilyu sitting at a table eating a small meal. He looks up at you and says, "The first class etiquette about the captain's etiquette, that is going to be up to you all. Unless you're going to stay with us, larger two families are sitting for meals."
The spread out. Is that I'm gonna be up most of the night, so you're doing any better than the keeping up? Oh, it's good to see you, my friend.
the idea that
Is there a budding romance between you two? Is there a budding romance happening between you two?
I don't know yet.
America sucks. You missed Jen.
Was that Rainer in character or out of character? Wouldn't you like to know?
Alright, so you all are able to kind of make the room cost if you want to roll kind of like a use it or lose it. If you want food, it's probably going to have to be increased with that'll include 2 meals. The breakfast and lunch. Bread. And bread is a single meal.
So we'll just pay for everything outright, like without overdoing it.
Nah.
Three nights is $170. You have basically about 2 weeks of time until the ship gets back. So it's up to you if you want to stay and stay overnight, or if you want to venture out a little bit more. But I want to definitely give you enough time to kind of figure it out. throw at me, and that guys, I have made amazing deal for a new merchant. Was ever good. And he runs up to the bartender and slaps down like 10 gold coins. And just yells, "Get drunk!" and grabs a large bottle of wine and looks around. And if Mog is downstairs, he's probably gonna run up to him
We're we're like down here, right?
You are.
Oh, okay.
Actually, here, let's find out. Let's go back to the other map.
Yeah, I think we're on that little peninsula.
Yeah, you're on this peninsula, and the bridge is over.
Okay, I see that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's about 2 or 3 days travel by wagon, which he would lend wagons for. He says, I can. If you manage to fix this issue for me, it'll do wonders for keeping business flowing, which means the coin coming in. I believe I could see to it that each person involved gets 100 gold,
Yep, sure, that sounds about right.
and any assistance in procuring items at a small markdown for some of the more friendly merchants that you would have to be helping.
So they might. So the goblin only. The goblin slash ghost.
There's been a few shipments. The last two before my most recent shipment had been waylaid, and several wagons were wrecked. We probably lost a few thousand gold worth of goods just in the past 3 months alone.
Maybe some discounts. I don't know how industry capitalists and getting friendly markets and saving some people from evil creatures. Those numbers in advocacy gives me a smiley face, to be honest. Uh, I'll have to sell it with the rest of the group, but me, it's a nice sell. I'll let you know what everyone else thinks.
Hey, DM,
That's great.
before Rainer arrives at the inn, I do want to ask: was the little girl standing watch outside during the conversation with the drow? Like, would Rainer see her upon exiting?
Well, she was inside of the shelter, the shed.
Oh,
You
okay.
haven't seen her in actual watch on the
Okay, I really could have used her. Okay, all right. Can I do a retcon real quick and say that Rainer turns before he leaves? He turns around and says, "Oh, one more thing."
Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a 1d20.
Very Columbo.
Okay, I rolled a 2. That's not enough. I'm gonna roll one more time for her.
What?
Okay, 17. I pull out 17 gold coins, and I hand them out to the girl and say, Urchin, I don't know what your name is. Doesn't matter. You're a spiraling, right?
You scum.
Yeah, you work for us. It doesn't matter. You don't really have a choice, but I'm offering you something before taking other means of suggestion.
Okay.
I'm handing her 17 gold and I say, I want you to go down to the docks and spend your days looking out for a caravan, a caravel. It's going to be the ocean's... Shit, I got to look up my notes. Ocean's Crest, thank you. Coming in for the win. Yeah, basically I'm offering this little girl 17 gold coins to stand watch and keep an eye out for the ship, and when she sees it, I want her to come and contact me, find me.
Okay.
I want this to be basically I want to be able to do other things and not have to sit around the docks all day. I say use your little urchin friends. 17 gold I think is fair.
She looks very confused that the person who just psychically, if restrained her, so to speak, physically. And she's like, as long as you don't do whatever you just did again.
Yeah, I was thinking of other ways that I could intimidate her if she didn't accept, but I'll, like, we'll just leave it at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have paid for the.
Yeah, I'll subtract 17 gold. Okay, so subtracting 17 gold. I'm at 85 gold. That's fine. I didn't even. Okay, so then I head back to the inn. Sorry about the retcon there, but
I don't know whether to consider these urchins more like Baker Street irregulars or more like the urchins at Elder Scrolls.
I kind of feel like they're more. I was thinking they're part of the network. If they've already got, are they branded?
No.
They're not. Oh. Well, she already knows what I could do if she doesn't do the job, so I don't expect her to skimp out on this. Okay. But I head to the inn after establishing a spy.
Okay.
And I guess I arrive when everyone's kind of wrapping up. Everything's kind of they've all chatted, I suppose.
Yeah, Bishop has chatted. If you're getting there around sunset, he has probably just finished getting all the information from Silas and he's figuring out how to sell it to people from the sounds of it.
Yeah, so okay, so Raynor stumbles in through the door and like drunkenly makes his way to the front of the bar and like hits the side of the bar and then like hangs on to it and looks over and goes, drow poison. It's pretty good. It's good stuff. Oh, my lungs hurt. Yeah, it's the good stuff. I really should have gone down, but oh no, that's a normal night out. How was your night? You didn't? Ooh, I rolled a 3 on insight.
It's a stalemate right now.
Right now, it's still at stalemate. Okay.
Yeah, it's still
okay.
a Cold War.
I forgot that was part of the game. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but right now, it still would be weird seeing a drow here, though, right?
Yeah. It would be weird seeing a drow in the Menagerie Forest.
Anywhere
other than Jorhas and out down by where the ruins of the temple.
Yeah. Okay.
On that side of the mountain range, it's very rare.
So yeah, I stumbled to the bar, hit the bar. I rolled a 2 on insight, plus 1, 3. I assume that with this drow poison, I would probably be seeing things pretty wildly. Like it'd be kind of a nightmarish walk to the dock at this point.
As you enter the mermaid's hold, and you kind of have this conversation with Bishop, you look over at the table, and you see the very tall, smiling, blonde human, but in his shadow, you see a gargantuan shape that is forming the rest of the room, and it looks to be winged and chained in place.
Okay, that's definitely a demon. He's definitely possessed by a demon. Is he at our table?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Conversing friendly with Mog and Gilliu. He's talking non-stop.
Are there teeth on the table? Do I see teeth in the table?
Teeth in the table.
Yeah.
No, the table is perfectly fine.
Okay, then you see me slowly slide under the table. Just kind of like sink and sink and sink, and I'm like, like basically I just get about my eyes and my nose are just sticking above the table, and I'm just staring at the guy. Who's next to me? I want someone else.
You were just talking to me.
I was. I go, Bishop, you have wings, right?
Yes, yes, I do. And I'll just under my
There's a demon talking right now to the Mogwai. Mog to Mog, the cat. That man, he's... There's a war going on. There's a war that we don't see. It is between forces that we cannot comprehend. Angels and demons are constantly fighting, and we are caught in the middle of it. That man there is definitely on our side.
well, good news.
Yeah, a little off.
Good, good news. And that good demon there, blonde-haired demon, just is offering to pay us for us.
You know, it really is. They are the best looking ones. They're always real good looking. I don't know what is going on, but those...
It's not really my type.
I get you, man. I get you. All in. You and I, all in. I'm right there with you.
But yeah, I'll figure in on. I'll tell Rainer about the.
Oh,
I think it's a tough sell.
yeah. I got some business here at the docks.
Really? What do you have?
Uh,
Any bit of company that can be had?
it's gonna be a little. It's just a small cleanup. I'd really like to. If you're interested in gaining some coins, some magical items, I just gotta take care of a small. There's some items that need to be moved at the dock. It's really just. It's handwork, lifting, nothing big.
Oh, if it's hard labor that I graciously offer deal you upon services.
Right. Great. Yeah. It's gonna be great. There's some people that I'm supposed to meet on the boat. Let's make sure that we don't miss those people. I don't want to. They're my contacts. I'm supposed to talk to them, make sure that they're agreeable, and we're all gonna move some items off this boat and make sure that it's really just a cleanup job. It's nothing big.
I get some better inside check. I don't want to. I actually don't want to. No, I don't roll an inside check. This all seems cool and good. This all seems good.
Ah, fantastic.
But honestly, Denise, let us know.
If you could see me, I'm like, the whole time that Rainer speaks, he rubs his neck, and like, he's not twitching exactly, but he's just like constantly moving.
And I'm talking to you under the table.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, I've come out from under the table.
Okay.
I just wanted, yeah.
Well, good. Once again, if you need help with this, you got what's here, bud.
By the way, I've never killed any goblins. Do you think that's right? Like, did goblins? I mean, I don't know. Okay, is that what we're doing?
Mostly goblins and kobolds. In this area, they're considered a threat. I've talked to a goblin or two.
Okay.
But kobolds, I haven't had a good experience with them. So
Yeah, I've never really encountered those things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of I'm kind of scared, but yeah. If we're doing that, I guess we'll do that, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, as a friendly little gesture, I I clap my hands and Chance goes out of my shirt and he gets on the table and he stands and I go and he does a little dance. I see your face. No, he does a little dance. And I'm like
Just like the face that that Bishop makes, he just backs away as fast as he can without like moving from his seat and just leans back.
Long is happily clapping along. He knows this song.
yeah. And I go and then I hold out my left hand, and the little ferret dances into my left hand and disappears up the sleeve. And I go, oh, I'm glad we're friends.
I am very glad we have.
It'd be harder to work with each other if we weren't all together. You know, there's trust. There's trust, and then there's trust, and we need to have close trust. If we don't, then it's just anyone could turn on anyone. You know, it's just wild. It's just crazy. It just falls apart.
As a player, I'm thinking back to last session where you think Jin is with the cops.
Yeah. Jeff, God bless him.
um.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all set.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah. Are you gonna like ask us to like help out with the ducks? Like,
Yeah, I'm going, but literally, what I explained to you, essentially, I want to explain to the rest of the group in the same manner. If anyone wants to do an insight check against me, I'm happy to oblige. I feel like Jin would.
Anybody want to
I
grab?
don't want to, only because you want me to.
Okay.
I was gonna grab Jen to tell him about the goblin wolf. Say, Rainer. So Rainer also has a thing in ducks.
Oh,
But yeah, I'll tell Jen about the goblins and kobolds and tell her that trade her out to.
yeah, and I'm totally in with the goblin thing. I mean, it sounds like a job. We got to do jobs. I get it. Rainer's like he's scared of goblins and kobolds, but he thinks he can do it.
Alright, when Jen comes downstairs and Rainer tells her, go.
Well, hold on. Let's backtrack. When Jin opens up the door, she's still fully decent. She's just cleaning up the room and studying and whatnot. After you explain to her about the Kobold Goblin situation, she will ask. It sounds like it used to be a system that worked for everyone. Now, I'm not a huge fan of kobolds, especially ones that worship unsavory gods. But if it can be resolved peacefully, I would like to at least try that first, even if violence becomes necessary. Okay.
Said that was not whatever. He just wants the rabbit. We settle it peacefully. He's fine.
All right, that's good to know. And you said Rainer had some kind of related job. Be honest, I'm a little worried about whatever Rainer would ask for.
I'd be more safe.
You're breaking up every other word for me.
Sorry, I said I'd be more worried about Rainer on his own.
That is also a fair point. Still, let's go see what he needs.
Okay. Do you, Jin? You come to as you approach. I go, yeah, good. Let's get the whole gang in. I have a small job, side job. Nothing big. We just need to move some items from a caravel that is approaching the dock. And once we do, there's some people I need to meet on the boat, and everything's going to be gravy. It's just some heavy lifting. That's all.
You had to roll that insight plus guidance. 21.
Hey.
What more do you want to know?
What does Jen think there's more to it? She's just like hers like Rainer is not super coherent at best at times. Clearly he's not telling the whole truth, right?
Here's the weird thing. I don't think there's more to it to him.
There is there. Rainer knows. Rainer has a feeling about the targets. I'll say that. I have a suspicion about who the targets are.
Hey, you know, what you guys think?
You mean goods? What goods are on the ship? Yeah, there should be some treasure. And it's finders keepers as far as. I mean, once you pick it up off the ship, it's yours. If you want, you can bring it to the docks and leave it. But honestly, if you want to take it, apparently they just need to get rid of it. We just got off a pirate ship. You don't think that there's other pirate ships? I'm sure the goods are stolen and they just want to get rid of it. But the people that I need to meet, they're not. You don't need to worry about them. I'll talk to them.
You have a meeting. You have some a meeting with some people on the ship, and after that meeting, you need to remove some goods from the ship.
Yeah, yeah, and also, hey, I've been meaning to ask you. Hey, what do you know about like explosives? I figure you're a really good person to ask. You seem really good at this.
DM, I know that I'm a person fanatic, so I know about firearms. Does that mean I know a lot about black powder?
Yep. You
Okay.
you have delved into as much information as would make to escape from Whitestone about firearms, as well as all the information from Whitestone that's on anymore. Even Humperduke,
Humperduke.
Humperduke, yeah,
Humperduke and Utherduke both had like
yeah,
small militias that were
yeah, with firearms and
yeah.
weaponry. So you've had plenty of time to experiment in the creation of and understanding black powder, if you
Yeah,
find the right reagents.
I see you're sporting a very nice pistol there, and I figured, if I could help you find some materials to put together some explosives, I'd love for you to teach me how to make them.
Point where you don't see the pistol on him.
Oh, I don't.
Hurriedly pull Bishop aside real
You
quick.
told you saw me like with the pistol at one point. Do not see it on that person.
Okay, I'll say. Okay, I'm gonna make the assumption that I saw it at one point, and
Yeah,
yeah.
I do have some explosives.
I just pulled up to the house, man. I'm gonna call it because well, I just got to my house.
Okay, man. I
It was a great time, and we'll see y'all next week.
See you all
Oh
next week.
wow, it's like 10:10.
Yeah, it is time. I'm trying to wind this down.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'll. Yeah.
If it's quick, go ahead and finish what you were going to do.
Yeah. I just want to be like, um, I just want some. At some point, we need to make some explosives. That's all. I would be appreciative if you could show me how to make explosives, like in a few days.
Ben's
How
face is
about
that of barely concealed horror.
how about if you need any explosives, tell me what the job is. I will make those explosives for you.
Bishop,
Ben looks a lot more relieved.
Bishop, you're on my side, and I like that. We're gonna need explosives.
Now, how about for this job? It seems a bit vague, the things that you're telling me. Why don't you head to this? You follow behind.
Okay,
You don't.
let me roll real quick. Okay, I keep it. I go, yeah, let's just follow along, and if just be prepared. I'm not saying that we need explosives, but I'm saying that if you have some, you never know. And the ship that we're talking about, we don't necessarily want it to leave. So
Very good. And
keep that between you and me, Bishop.
I'll pull Jen aside and just say, I don't know all the specifics, but I feel like it's very important that we keep him out of trouble.
Is Jin present? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Oh, Jin is here. Okay.
Jen's face has just been that of increasing horror at the words you've said.
I won't pull her aside. I'll just say to Jen, in front of Rainer, I feel like our friend Rainer needs help with the job, and I feel like the best outcome for the city at large would be for us to be around Rainer as he does his deeds.
Rainer needs help with lots of things. I don't think explosives comes anywhere near any of those categories.
Well, how about if I say that we're rescuing some family members? Would that help?
Are we?
By doing what exactly?
By potentially lifting some items from a ship, meeting some folks, and just making sure that that ship stays exactly where it is.
I'm in.
I need time to think about this. I can't commit one way or the other.
Sure, I'm gonna go kill some goblins since apparently we're doing that.
Well, I feel like your thing would be like you don't know how many days the ship is supposed to be coming in soon.
It's in a few days, and that's why I set up a spy urchin to keep track of it, so that even if we're away, I hope to be notified of it.
Well, the goblin thing is a few days away too, right?
Well, I want to leave that up to the DM to figure out which one you can prepare for, essentially.
Oh, they're both preparing in case we got reduced points for.
God damn, you're good at this.
The goblin thing is within a week and a half's time. He's got Silas has a shipment coming in 2 weeks, and most will clear by then.
Do we know when?
But the ship thing is how long?
As far as Rob was aware, it's within next week. He wasn't given a specific time limit.
All right, but I'm entrusting one of the street urchins to notify me when it arrives.
I think the ship thing is gonna happen first.
Okay.
Timeline is so I say let's wait around for the ship.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I was okay with doing either, honestly. Which I was leaving that up to the DM about timelines on these items.
I will say one thing. While you all are having this discussion, Silas leans over to Dilyu and says, "Do they always talk about such secretive things out in the open in such loud voices?"
God damn it.
Dilyu replies, "I've known for about a month. Ask me about them."
All right. And I bring out the ferret. It dances a little bit. I break its neck and I put it on the table and I say, "Let's all just keep this between ourselves." And the ferret lays dead on the table.
Okay.
Dilyu's freaked out. Silas just laughs hysterically and says, "You are one weird tool."
Fantastic. And then
I like this.
if as long as he agrees, the ferret stands back up, walks to me, and gets back in my coat.
I can't overlook this potential endangering of a lot of people who I don't know if are innocent or guilty. Too many unknowns. So I'll phrase it like this: if it turns out we're completely in the right I am severely misjudging you. I will apologize. If it turns out that I was right to be suspicious, my hammer comes down on you as well. Are we clear?
That's god awful dirty talk.
Yeah,
And
I think. I
I'm 50
think
years old. I'll have you know by halfling standards I am an adult.
Rainer just looks at you and says, "Whatever you like, princess." And but yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you at the ship yard.
Silas is going to laugh at that gender remark and says, "Log, you have found such interesting friends."
so we're waiting around at the. We spent a few days waiting around
Yep.
until you believe that the ship's coming in.
Yep. You just wait a few days. You can shop for ingredients to make explosives. You can.
Oh, I never said I was gonna make him explosives. I said I am. I, look. I want to be 100% clear on this. I am not making explosives for this maniac. I I I know, I know that he's insane. I am not giving him explosives.
Jin also knows he's insane, but perhaps there's a reason for it. If Jin's being really generous with the benefit of the doubt. But still, like, Jin is super. Like, this does not. Everything about this is red flags to her.
Oh, me too. But like Bishop is treating Raynor like the quiet kid in class who you befriend and you give stickers to every now and then just because he's trying to flip an AK-47.
Oh my god.
It's like I need I need him to know that we're friends and like keep thinking we're friends so that I get the heads up to leave when he comes in like shooting people.
You
I need
actually
to.
declare potential PvP on him.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah, you're that. Yeah, I want this guy on my side. I don't want to fuck with this guy. I think I am more powerful than him, but something about him just like stat wise, I think I'm more powerful than him. But still, there's something about him. It's like, nah, he got something up his sleeve. This nothing about this seems right at all. His whole deal is just no. I don't want to be on the wrong end of whatever that is.
I do make a lot of decisions based on dice rolls.
Yep, and that is terrifying.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna stop recording right about at the 3 hour mark exactly.